What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Jersey's Finest podcast here at the Culture Wave Media Network. We have a very special episode for you guys today. I'm going to be talking to two people who started their own small business about a year ago, and they're very excited to talk about it. I'm very excited to talk about it with them. I am joined by the two co-owners of Heatwave Hot Yoga, Ariana Speranza.
Hello.
And Mike McCabe.
Woo.
What is up? How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm excited to talk to you guys. Ariana, I've known you for a very long time. It's been about 15 years now, which is crazy to think about. Very good friends for a long time. Mike, I met you last summer. We talked a little bit about this venture and what you guys have been doing. So first of all, congratulations on making it to a year.
Thank you so much.
It's exciting. I mean, this is the first time I'm doing a podcast with a small business owner. So I'm curious on so many aspects of what that means, but so much more about the message that you guys kind of project and what the community entails, because from the minute Ariana told me that this was going to be happening, this venture was going to be starting, so much of it was based on how you wanted to give back to people. And so just starting with the basic thing, how did this come to life? How did the idea of Heatwave Hot Yoga for both of you guys kind of come together?
Go ahead.
Okay. So I have been teaching yoga since I was 18. I'm now 29. And throughout the time that I've been teaching yoga, I feel like as the time was going on, the years were going on, there was a lack of community in studios and a lack of community in the lobby area and the connection with people. It was very, I guess the best word is like artificial, where you go in, you put on a show and you leave. And when the time came, we had this opportunity to open up, and it was a chance to not only start an adventure for ourselves, but to make a difference for people who are starting a yoga practice. There's so much more to doing yoga than just the physical practice of it and, you know, showing up in your cute set, looking good, looking cute. We wanted a space and a place where people can come as they are and create friendships and find meaning with themselves and find this community that should be held in a yoga space.
Mm-hmm. Did you have anything?
Yeah, I feel like yoga just by nature is a place where you have the ability to like find yourself and like be, you know, a better version of yourself. And Ariana and I had kind of built a bit of a community already. And so when the opportunity to open our own studio came up, we knew that it was such an amazing chance to really just kind of cultivate that. And, you know, build upon what we were already working on and what we already had with our friends and our other, you know, yogis that we practiced with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's something that is really special, is that like the people that come to our studio aren't just clients. They become our friends. They become like family. We hear about all of the good things, the bad things. We just are able to be ourselves and kind of like celebrate where we are and lift each other up when we need to and find this chosen family, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think the communal aspect of it reminds me a lot of how, so we had come from a program in high school where like it's multifaceted in terms of art. And I'm not someone that knows a lot about yoga, but I'm excited to learn more throughout this hour and in the future with you guys. But for either one of you, do you consider yoga kind of like an art? And do you feel like you were an artist? I'm not sure, Mike, if you have experiences in the art or if you, again, you consider yoga an art, but is there an aspect of that that kind of plays into the community aspect of it for you guys?
Go ahead.
Okay. Definitely for me, I find yoga is an art because I grew out of love with dance. I was a dancer. I was eating, sleeping, breathing dance. And that love slowly faded away when I entered college. And with this, I am able to tap into my creative side. Like every time you come to my class, it's never the same. I really just black out when I teach. I just make a playlist and I listen to the music and I let my body and the energy in the room kind of give me like this feedback of what I need and what they need. And it's like, you know, it's like a big dance party. Like, I feel like that's the thing too with yoga. It's like, yes, it's a serious practice. Yes, it is a mind-body connection. There's a lot in deep with it, but we also just need a time and a place just to like breathe and like have a good time and just move our bodies and feel good in that hour. So yeah, I think that yoga helped me a lot kind of get past my dancing career.
It was like a good transition for you
Yeah.
to just go from that to that.
Yeah.
Mike, what about you?
You know, I feel like just like in regards to the question about is yoga an art, it depends on, you know, who you are and where you are in your practice and like where you feel like you want to go, right? If you're an experienced yogi and you're able to evolve throughout a 1 hour yoga practice and kind of build on the things that the instructor is giving you, then you can create your own version of an art form. I think for Ariana, her tapping into like the artistic side of her life, and I think she thrives here is because of the fact that she has the background that she has, but she is able to, you know, use her creative side to express whatever she's feeling that day, you know, through music and yoga and asanas. Right?
Absolutely. Yeah. So the one thing that I also love everything that you guys are doing with this, but one of the things you guys talk about in your mission is kind of how it's anybody can show up, right? It doesn't matter their experience level. It doesn't matter if they're a novice. It doesn't matter if they've been doing yoga for such a long time. But for both of you guys, what led you to your journey in yoga, which kind of wanted to open up this space for people of all experience levels, things like that? Mike, if you want to start.
Yeah, sure. I think that, you know, people are intimidated to walk into a yoga studio, one, and then two, even more intimidated to walk into a hot yoga studio, right? There are so many people who, you know, friends and family that say, I'm not ready for your studio. And that it's the exact opposite of that. Like what we're trying to create is a place for everyone to come in and to learn and to evolve and to adapt their practice or their lack of a practice to help them, you know, move into a better space. I think it's important just to note that like yoga is for every single person, right? Like there's not a person on this planet that yoga couldn't help, whether it be through meditation or through their physical practice. And it might just be doing yoga at home or learning how to do yoga at home through beginner classes at the studio. But like anyone can walk in and they can get better at what, you know, they're trying to accomplish through our studio.
Yeah. Ariana?
Well, when I started yoga at 14, I remember I walked into the studio and it was all 30-plus-year-old people that had these amazing practices. And I looked around the room and I like remember my first class of me looking at everyone and being like, one day I want to be like this and I want to be just like them. And that's kind of the vibe that I want to give off to someone. I never want someone to enter our space and to feel intimidated to where they can't be where someone else is. I want them to, one, feel comfortable, but I want them to know that I am, which everyone that comes to studio knows, I'm going to be your biggest cheerleader in this adventure. You have ups and downs. There's days when your practice is not the best. There's days when you're like on point, you're hitting everything and you feel so empowered by yourself. But I think what is my reminder is like that first class that I took and being inspired. And I want everyone in the studio to feel inspired, not only by the people around them, but for themselves. Because it's hard. Like it's hard coming to not only a yoga studio for the first time, but a hot yoga studio. You're dying, you're thinking 12 things, you want to leave, you don't leave, you stay on your mat, maybe you do leave, you come back, but you choosing to put yourself first and to find that strength in yourself, to connect with yourself deeper and learn more about yourself, that's the biggest accomplishment. That's the hardest part, is just showing up. So for me, someone that's new or starting this yoga career or this adventure for them, I just want them to feel inspired. That's the number one thing.
And welcome.
Yeah. I want to stick to one of the things you just said about like how so much of it is based on how you're feeling that day. And it's a person to person kind of thing, right? Yoga in terms of the mind to body connection, right? Because when I think of yoga, I always think of like in some way it's like a spiritual thing, even if it's like a release. And again, you guys are doing hot yoga. It's a little bit different. But for you guys, can you explain to the audience and people that may not understand what you guys are trying to achieve with it and kind of what your brand is going to display for people in terms of how you guys want to go about your practice and welcoming people and having them have that experience of like mind to body, if that applies for you guys.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think like, I kind of alluded to this earlier, but like yoga is everywhere, right? Like wherever you go, wherever you are, you can do yoga, and that's through meditation and your movement, right? Like the asanas, and so that mind body connection, I think, is it's a crucial part of your practice. But I think what people don't realize is there are these difficult poses that you're trying and maybe you haven't mastered yet, or you're working on. But as you're working on it, you forget about your day. You forget about the stress of your everyday life, or the things that you're worried about, or your family issues, or whatever's happening at home, or all of the things that are on your mind when you walk into the studio are completely forgotten for that hour that you're focusing on yourself, on your mat, and doing something for yourself. And so that just creates this hour of meditation by, changing your mindset and shifting your focus to yourself and
being
your
present,
physical practice, and being present in what you're doing. And so, I mean, that's the mind body connection for me. And I think for a lot of people, but Ariana?
Mind body connection for me is number one, self-awareness. I think a lot of us aren't true to ourselves in how we feel, and a lot of us do not know how to not even cope, but how to change our mindset and change that awareness. And I always end class with saying, you have to be selfish for you to serve others. You have to understand who you are, where you are, why you are, before you put others first.
Yeah.
You have to know who you are. So for me in my classes and for the studio, and especially for the teachers, I emphasize it a lot. Like, it's about awareness. We need to be aware of how we treat ourselves, how we treat our body, how we treat our mind, and how we treat the people next to us. The mind-body connection in yoga, it happens in your practice, kind of like what Mike said. When you go there, you kind of like shut off. It's like you close the laptop and you escape for the hour. And in that hour, in those practices, you start to like notice what you're saying to yourself. You notice how your body's reacting to what you're saying. If you're like, I feel good, I feel great, your body's going to be more open in that time. And that's the beauty of yoga, is that every day changes, every practice changes. There's never going to be a time where you go to yoga and you're like, I'm done learning. You're always going to learn. And that's the mind-body connection. You start to realize, even like at work, like, for instance, like when I'm doing my nursing job and I'm totally stressed out, I'm like, I'm behind, I'm not okay. I literally just take a deep breath and I'm like, what is it I need to do right now to get me through these 2 steps to move forward? And it's through the yoga practice that you learn those changes. You change your lifestyle when you start doing yoga, because you understand yourself more, and you're not going to serve a community if you do not know how to serve yourself. So that's the mind-body connection for me.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think it's a beautiful thing that you said that, and it's valiant in terms of that. That's something that you guys want to emphasize, though, not only to whoever's watching this episode, but your community and everything going forward. Like, I think a lot about how when I was a high school teacher, there were a lot of times where I would beat myself up. I'm like, I didn't get to teach the kids exactly what I wanted today. This kid was acting out, and it affected other kids. But when I left the profession, I got a lot of letters, thankfully, from a lot of great kids that had said to me that my room was a safe space. And I think that we've had that conversation a lot of time about what that means. Like, what does safe space mean? And for you guys in doing Heatwave, I think that you guys are achieving that. So first of all, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
But transitioning, because it's one thing to, like, you said you were a yoga teacher before you were doing this. Were you teaching yoga?
No.
Before?
He does not teach yoga, but he should.
Okay. But so it's one thing. So I guess this is more of a question kind of pointed at you.
Okay.
It's one thing to teach, right? it's a whole other thing to open a business
Yeah.
and to start this whole big venture.
Yeah.
I remember when you first told me, and it was like you went from like, I'm thinking about doing this, to like 3 days later being like, I bought the building. To like a week later being like, I have a bunch of people coming in and I overscheduled and all this shit. Which is why I love you, and it's great. But
Scatterbrain.
yeah, but going back to what I said, right? It's very different to say something versus doing it, and to be within the hot yoga community as a teacher to then running your own business. So for you, what led you to that point? And then for Mike, I guess, when she's done answering, what brought you in? Whether it was her coming to you or you hearing about this venture and being like, I want to be part of this.
I mean, I don't want to answer for the both of us, but
I'm going to.
I'm going to. I'm going to say we share the same minds. No. One, I would have never done, like, if it was solely up to just me doing this and starting it and running it, would have never done it. Ever. And
if it was just by yourself.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, no. I wouldn't be able to do it. The support system that Mike and I have for each other, it's really like, I don't think many people experience the friendship that we have or the partnership. And when the event and opportunity came of us opening, I mean, we talked about this last night, like when we were like, did we ever see yourself opening up a business? And for me, it was no. I always said I would, but for him, he was like, oh yeah, like I could see me opening up a business. Mm. But what led me to it really was Michael, my friends, my husband, and everyone just saying, like, if you feel like you need to do this now, then this is the time to do it. It really was a push of events that made me do it. If I were to just wake up one day and be like, I want to open up a yoga studio, probably wouldn't have done it. I think due to...
You felt it was like a calling.
Yeah, it really was. Everything in life happens for a reason. I was going back to school to be an RN. I was doing my anatomy and physiology and bio classes. I was getting ready to go to Brookdale again. And then the opportunity came, and it was literally within 24 hours that I went to Michael's house, and we were like, don't talk to each other for 12 hours. We were like, let's like think about it by ourselves, and tomorrow night we'll see if we're on the same page. And I think it took us 3 hours. We text each other and we were like, we're going to do it. And I know we would not be where we were today without our community, our friends, and our support system that we have. Not even with our families. I mean, like the people we do yoga with. I think I cry like maybe like once a week about them. Like it's just the friendships, the relationships, the community that we have. It really is unmatched. I've never witnessed something like this before. And we had a friend that told us like this space in Belmar is available. You got to go look at it. You got to get it right now. You got to do it. There'd be our friends like, oh, we got to go furniture shopping. We're going to do this. We had friends painting the studio. Yeah. Like
it's overwhelming.
If it wasn't for everyone, like just continuously saying like, this is going to work. This is going to be your next big thing. This is going to be your career. I would have never done it. I would have just stayed being a yoga teacher and just teaching class.
Yeah.
And nursing.
Yeah. And being a nurse.
And I feel like to add on to that, right? Like there was the turn of events that created, and we were looking to generate a space of inclusivity and the community through this yoga studio. And that was important for us. And Ariana and I are business partners, and, but first and foremost, and like most importantly, we're best friends.
Yeah.
Right. And so like, we have this support system, and also just best friends is kind of a simple term because we lean on each other for a lot, and we've always had a very honest relationship. Like if I think she's being awful, I will tell her, and she does the same to me. And so that helps us with our friendship and our relationship, but it also helps in our business because we can be honest with each other and not get upset with each other. So like that's been, I think, a huge component of this. Neither of us would have opened this studio without each other. And I don't think either of us would have done it without this turn of events that had occurred.
Yeah.
And so there was, it was just, I guess, serendipitous in a way that it created this space for us, and all of the doors opened, and from one event 30 days later, the doors were open and we
it's
were
crazy.
teaching yoga. And, you know, our community, our village of, you know, friends and family bound together and like helped us open the doors and run a successful business out of the gates. And like, I don't think we could be thankful enough for that.
Yeah,
like,
no.
It still is sometimes mind blowing,
Mm.
but like also I wouldn't give it up for anything.
Mm-mm.
It's kind of cool that like it was all of these things that occurred that got us to where we're at today. And if you would have asked me a year and a half ago if we would be here, I would have thought you were crazy.
Yeah.
You know?
100%.
I mean, we were crazy.
Yeah.
But
We are.
I mean, I think the relationship that you guys have is so beautiful as best friends, and of course as business partners, and just again beacons of hope for the inclusivity of the community that you guys have cultivated over that year. You guys kind of already answered this, so this could be a quick answer. But you guys are placed in Belmar in New Jersey. What made that place what made that place home for you guys? Or was it really just, again, that serendipitous opportunity and you were like, yeah, well, I mean, we love Belmar as it is. It's a beach town. Why not? Like, and then you guys kind of just leaped into that. Is it as simple as that?
You go.
No, you go.
Okay. Okay. I you know, honestly, I don't think that we were like leaning on Belmar.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and this is kind of the, you know, we both live in Asbury Park, right? I think we were a little more focused on our area, but we also know that like parking is terrible in Asbury
Terrible.
Park. And you know, like it's difficult to find a good place that's affordable and it makes sense and, you know, is accessible from different areas.
Yeah.
And so like we were open to every option, and I am like beyond thrilled that we're in Belmar, right? Like the parking is free, the community is amazing, the mayor is fantastic,
Phenomenal,
awesome guy, and it's just like they've opened their like arms to our studio and us day one. We're a part of the Chamber of Commerce, and we get, you know, texts and emails to be, you know, included in all of the events and the seafood, you know,
it's awesome.
festival and like the, you know, all of the stuff that's happening. They're like, hey, do you guys want to be a part of this? Hey, do you want to do something? Do you want to have, you know, a band in front of your studio? Do you want to open the doors? Do you want to be a part of the, you know, St. Patrick's Day parade? And so like, it's a really super cool beach community. It's kind of what we were looking for in regards to the beach. It's free parking once again. And
you can't beat that. Right?
I think I feel like it worked out for the best, right? Like it would have been harder to do this in a place where we thought we wanted a studio.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is going into that kind of too. But so like what we do here at Culture Wave, again, this is a business. Obviously, it's an LLC that I started, and what you guys have is a business.
Yes.
But to me, what I'm hearing is something similar to what I have implored on our whole entire crew and the audience and everything, that this is more of a movement. I think you've talked about that too a little bit when we've had a conversation. But so much of that is what you're talking about, Mike, with the inclusion of events and being a part of that community. And you guys have already touched upon it a little bit, but community is probably maybe the word to define you guys in terms of what you guys want to achieve.
Yeah.
So why is it important for you guys to gather all of these yogis? Like, it doesn't matter what their experience level is, to build out this community that you guys have built. Like, if you guys could reflect on that and why it's so important to you guys.
I mean, I'll start because I feel like having a place to do yoga that you aren't comfortable in is not something that like we wish upon anyone,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like, you want to practice, you want to evolve your practice, and you want to do that with a community. And if you don't have a place to be able to do that, like it's a difficult, you know, it's not a great feeling, right? And so it's like it's literally replays in my head on a regular basis, but about I don't know, a month into opening the studio, I was standing there cleaning the mirrors or mopping the floor or something. And one of our members came over and was like, you guys are bringing community back to yoga in the area. And like, in my mind, I was like, that's exactly what we wanted. It was like,
the main goal.
Repeating is, but like that inclusivity, the place where you can walk in, I don't care what, sexuality or religion or, what your politics say or what you do or any of those, things. We open our arms to everybody to come to our studio and practice with us and learn with us and evolve with us and, get better at their life, their meditation and their practice,
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of a heavy question. There's like so much that I could touch upon that, but I think with the community, respecting people, I think we bring that back in. I think that we honor everyone the way that they are, and I think that there's not a boundary, but like I think just everyone knows that like when you come here, like expect to have someone be the way they are. It's just being authentic. It's an authentic truth that we try to bring out. And I think, and I do believe that our clientele is bringing it back to us, and that's our biggest push. But something else that I love about our studio, our space, is that, everyone knows we opened our doors in 29 days. We got the key and she's like, you got till August 1st, girl, open the doors. And I'm like, okay, cute. But we continue to grow the studio with our clients. We continue to grow with our family, with our friends. For instance, we just got a whole merch wall. We're doing a merch drop on Thursday. And, we got showers put in. We got lights around the mirrors. It's like the little things that include someone. We're including everyone into how we grow this business, but we're also not changing who we are and what we want to do. We haven't changed any sort of, mission.
Mm-hmm.
The values stay the same. It's just, this is our space, our home. Come as you are and be your authentic self, and we will respect you. We'll honor you, and whatever energy you give me, I'll give it right back. Like, it's a nice way to just be you. That's the community part.
I think it's metaphoric where our teachers and we are growing in our practice, and our studio is growing and evolving with ourselves.
Yeah.
Right. Like we're adding things. We didn't close the door and try and make it perfect. So when you walked in, like the studio was exactly what we wanted it to be. And like, you came in and we're still
there's a wall up.
Yeah, it's a work in progress. I mean, you guys have only been around for
we're still putting molding up, and we're still, we said in the beginning, we need 4 walls, we need heaters, and we need a speaker, right? And since then, we have a new sound system.
Yep.
We have showers. We have so much more stuff that we're bringing into the studio.
But our teachers haven't changed. Like you're still. That's the thing too. Is sorry to cut you off.
Okay.
I didn't mean that. But yes, we're upgrading. Like you see it, and it's like growing in that way. But like our teachers, the teachings you get, the practice you get, it's hard to find the people that we have at our studio.
Mm-hmm.
Like. For instance, we have Tina Bach, our Ashtanga teacher. She has so much knowledge. So she brings so much into the studio. We have Mel, who does beach yoga, sound baths. You have me, who's the power flow teacher. You have Rachel, Nikki, Camille. There's 15 people there that are going to bring you a different practice every time you come in. So even though we're upgrading the material things of our studio, the classes just are always going to make you level up. That's something too that I really want to keep like growing and going. I never want to plateau my classes. I am finishing up my 300-hour training so that I don't plateau. I want to keep learning from teachers. I want to see what else I can bring to the community. So it's not just us upgrading the studio look-wise, but it's also like how we teach you, how we instruct you. What are you learning from us? You're spending your time with us. We see these people 4 or 5 times a week. I don't want to waste your time. I want to be here and be here for you and teach you whatever I have in my mind or help you change maybe something that's going on in your life. So that's a thing too.
Yeah.
I think it speaks volumes because you can see how much progress you guys have made over the year, and just seeing how much the team has grown over that time.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know you guys have added new coaches, like as recent as I feel like it was like this week or last week.
Yeah.
I saw that you guys added a new coach. So you're always, the thing is that's important is like, it's like you guys kind of alluded to, it is a work in progress, but at the same time, it's like us as human beings are always constantly works in progress. If you're not, then you're kind of just
That's the metaphor.
shutting down. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you always want to just keep going. You always want to keep improving. And I think that you guys do a really great job based on the conversation we're having and based on, like, I see the community through social media, but so much of it is that people want to keep coming back. There's so much support. You guys had a great reception at the Pride Parade, which I think is so important. And there were so many people cheering you guys on and rooting for you guys. And like you said, the fact that the mayor of Belmar is coming to you guys and saying, like, we want to include you in our town, in our life, and be a part of that community.
Ariana spoke at the
yes,
Pride flag raising ceremony.
Snaps for me.
It's awesome. This is really, really great. As someone who's never done any yoga before, right? What are your pitches to myself and to others who may be watching to get into the studio, feel comfortable, and become a part of this found family that you guys have established over the last year?
Well, I would first ask you why you never tried it. I like, you know, I never I never force it upon anyone. That's the thing too. So why haven't you done yoga, DJ? Why haven't you done it?
I don't know. I just never thought to do it.
Never thought to do it. Okay. Do you want to gain flexibility ever? Do you feel like you're ever in pain?
Definitely in pain.
Okay.
I'm
So
supposed to be in 30, so I'm feeling the pain at this point.
In a hot yoga room, so we have a beginner yoga class that's set to 92 degrees. Oh. And the heat helps you loosen up the muscles to where you're able to move at a comfortable level, but also get deeper into the poses. And what I would say is someone, if let's say you were like having a little bit of back pain and you feel like, you know, it's kind of hurting your daily lifestyle, come try a class and let's see if it changes how you move. Something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mike, you got anything else to pitch me?
Yeah, I mean, I think that the important thing to note here for someone like you who hasn't practiced yoga and is interested, to Ariana's point, like, why are you interested? Do you want to, are you looking to work out? Are you looking to lose weight? Are you looking to gain flexibility or strengthen your, existing muscles? Like, what's the objective? But then above and beyond that, I think the important component is like, we have 29 classes available and 13 teachers so that there's something for everyone. If you want, kumbaya yoga, like meditative, very much like a slow flow, it's available to you. If you want a beginner class that's a much slower flow with a lower temperature, that's available. If you feel like, hey, I need maybe some more one-on-one, you can have a personal private session, right? But above and beyond that, we're also consistently and regularly putting workshops on the calendar. Ariana next month is doing a
personal practice lab.
So a personal practice lab. So you can come in and it's a 90-minute session and you tell her what you want to work on. And so, it's like a private session, but without the cost of a private session. So everyone can, be a part of the studio and learn and evolve from the fantastic teachers that we have, right? Like the amazing stuff.
I think the comfortability thing is such an important aspect though, because everybody's different, right? Everybody approaches like crowded rooms differently. And if they feel more comfortable doing the one-on-ones or they're like too nervous to jump into a regular class, or, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's great that you guys are establishing that you guys are welcoming obviously anybody and everybody, just despite what their experience level might be. So I think obviously that's great.
We're also honest too. Like, if someone were to come up to us and be like, I don't like to move fast, I don't want to be hitting someone, I don't want someone next to me, we'd be like, you go to this class. Or they're like, okay, this class is a little difficult, we'll tell you where to go. We'll direct you in the best way possible. We don't want to have someone be turned off by the yoga community. We don't want them to feel uncomfortable or scared to continue. We don't want you to not come back after one class. If you didn't like it, tell us, and tell us what you want, what you need. If we don't have it, we'll talk about it. If we do, we'll tell you what we have.
Mhm.
Yeah. And if we don't have what you need, which I doubt, but
29 different
we'll
classes.
let you
they're
know.
gonna have something. Yeah.
Right. No, yeah. We'll let you know.
No, I think that's awesome. Over the last year, what have been for both of you guys? Maybe it's the same answer. What has been some of the best learning experiences over the last year, as well as some of the hardest learning experiences over the last year?
Hardest is taxes. No, no, I'm just joking.
I don't know how to do math, so it's all on Michael.
No, I'm just joking around. I think, something I was really not aware of was just like running a business, right? Like
It's every day.
the
Like
day-
that.
Oh,
yeah,
24/7.
It doesn't end.
Yeah.
And like
Texting him at 2:00 in the morning.
we literally will be texting at 4 a.m. because we both know that we're up thinking about something.
Yeah.
Like the same thing usually. And so, it doesn't end. You never take a day of vacation because every day of vacation you're still
Thinking about
at the studio or doing something for the studio. As we evolve and grow and build from what we've put together already, we're trying to simplify things as it comes along to make it a little easier for ourselves. But I think we're learning how to run a business, and I think that that's probably been the most advantageous thing that I've learned throughout the year, personally.
So it's the best and the hardest for you.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is the best and the hardest, right? Like it's
because you love it. It's a passion.
I love it. I love being at the studio. I love doing it, but I just, it's also a lot.
It is, of course, absolutely. Ariana,
That's probably my best. Is just
learning.
yeah. I love to. Well, I always love to do better. Duh. But like I love to do something for a purpose. I love that there's a purpose behind what we do. I love that I see results. I love that people come up. Like, it doesn't matter how many people come to our studio. It's the times when there's that one person that goes, like, for instance, I covered our conditioning class and the girl was like, I am so lucky that I found this space, that I come all the way from northern New Jersey. Like, she drives an hour and 30 minutes to come to this one class because she's like, this is the place to be at.
Yeah.
And like that makes all the work worth it.
Mhm.
It's the thing that keeps pushing me. The hardest thing for me is going from teacher to owner. That's still the hardest thing. I've been teaching with two teachers, Rachel and Nikki, for a long time, and to go from being their coworker to being their boss, it's a bit weird. I'm not used to being the one that, has to like lay down the law in a sense, or like bring structure into it. Like, I am used to controlling what I do. I'm a control freak. I'm like, it has to be this,
caring about what
this.
anyone else does.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, oh, I have to actually be concerned about what we all do now. Like, it was definitely a big shift for me. I mean, I'm not perfect. I'm still growing.
Well, works in progress.
Yeah.
Always.
But that's the hardest thing, is going from worrying about just my class to now worrying about 28 more classes. Like, I'm like, oh, like, I need to do, what can I do to be better? What can I do to help the teacher? So, that's probably the hardest thing for me, is going from worrying about me to now, being aware about everyone else and how I can help them, keeping an open and honest conversation with everyone that we work with, keeping
Playing
everything.
good cop, bad cop.
I'm always the bad cop.
I'm always the good cop.
I'm always the bad cop. Whatever.
That's why it works for you guys. It's
Yeah.
yin and yang. You
I
know
mean,
what
it's just known. He's like the cuddly teddy bear.
Yeah, they're like, or I feel like someone comes up to you and they're like, Ariana, what should I do? And you're like, go to Mike. Just go to Mike.
No, Mike's like, go to Ariana. Like, but I mean, yeah, that was probably the hardest thing for me. It's different. It's no longer about me.
No.
Yeah.
Maybe it is. I don't know. No.
Always.
No, it's obvious that you guys care so much about everybody that comes to your classes, which is so important.
Yeah.
It's not just like it's not that political is not the right word, but again, it's something where it's like someone just wants to have control over every single aspect of their
Sure.
business. For you guys, it's like
Right.
you want to make it better for the community. You want to make it better every single time somebody walks in, which leads me to my next question in terms of challenging yourselves, not only as yogis, but also as business owners. How do you guys do that? Like, I know you were joking on the way here. Yeah, like I missed it. We're going to be 10 minutes late. I missed the exit because we're talking about the schedule.
Yeah.
So, and you were just talking, Mike, about how everything is lived, right? It's a lived
Mhm.
experience constantly.
Sure.
So for you guys, how are you challenging yourselves in the classroom and also as owners of Heatwave Hot Yoga?
Go ahead.
No, you go.
All right. Sure. So I think the biggest challenge, I think like the overarching challenge that we have on a daily basis is growth and looking back and seeing how far we've actually come, right? So like I mean, from day one when we opened, or I guess day minus 30 when we signed the lease, right? To today, 1 year later.
Yeah.
Like what we have accomplished is incredible, right? Like we see, 36 people coming in to take one class on a Sunday and everybody's wearing our Heatwave gear.
Ugh.
And everybody has the t-shirts on and everybody's wearing our like
Headband.
popped hoodies and headbands like
Mhm.
in the class. And it's like, we've got this like awesome space for us all to like have this amazing time on our mats. And it happens weekly, daily. It happens every single day. And I think just like seeing that and seeing that growth is probably the most amazing thing, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Ariana, what about for you?
I mean, I don't know if like,
We
I
can
don't
talk
know.
in terms of yoga. You don't
Yeah.
have to talk in terms of the business.
I don't know if like challenge is like the right word for me though, for like what I feel when it comes to the business in the studio. I feel like every day is, I learn something new every time I go into the studio. I think something that will like help us grow is our communication and the way that we are. We're like Michael said, like we're very honest with each other. If something's not working, we're like, we need to figure this out. We need to
Mhm.
sit down and like have a night and talk about this.
Usually
And I
wine.
always scary movie, peanut M&Ms, Tony shaking his dog. But I don't see anything of this business being a challenge. I think it's just a learning experience, but also
But even you seeking growth is a
Mhm.
challenge within
Yeah.
itself,
Yes.
because there's a lot of people that will sit on the couch and do nothing with their lives.
yeah,
So to want to go above and beyond for your clients and for yourself, as you said, you're going to like one of the things you brought up. You're taking a class
yeah.
right now to what to get like a designation to get.
Yeah, so I am finishing my 300-hour training to be a 500-hour teacher. So to be a yoga instructor, you had to have a 200-hour Yoga Alliance certification. So you go through a certified school. In order to make a training program, you have to be a 500-hour teacher.
Mhm.
So something that I want to do is I want to teach teachers. I want to teach new teachers that aren't sure how to command a room. I want to inspire teachers to find their voice and to grow in their practice, but to grow their teachings. I think personally, that's something that lacks a lot. There's yoga studios and yoga trainings everywhere. It's everywhere. It's online. Everything's at your touch. And I find what lacks from some yoga trainings is the authenticity of finding your voice, but also being confident in your practice.
Mhm.
I want to be the teacher that inspires a teacher or someone that's not a teacher to be confident in where they stand on their mat. And so this training that I'm doing is to build a training for Heatwave to help teachers grow.
I think that's a challenge that you're posing upon yourself. So you figured it out.
Yeah.
Congratulations. But
Yay.
I empathize with that because I think that so much of it too is, I think one of the issues, not that we have to go down a rabbit hole or anything, but like in education, like
Yeah.
one of the biggest problems is that it's so much that the administration wants to control
Mhm.
the impact that a teacher can have on kids because of the way that they decide to teach versus like, oh, well, this is the way we used to teach.
Right.
And this is, so I think it's a great thing that you're doing in trying to, again, like level up your practice and try to inspire other people to teach and do these different things. So kudos to you.
And I think one of the reasons that we have a problem with like the challenge thing is because neither of us are afraid to just like
take the step.
Jump in.
Yeah.
And like, if we F it up, then like,
we're like, oh,
hey,
it didn't work.
Let's sort this out.
It's a great trait though. It's a great trait.
We're gonna learn how to do this.
Yeah.
And we're gonna perfect this, and the next time we do it, it's gonna be amazing.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I think it's a great trait. Not a lot of people possess that.
yeah.
You know, and a lot of people won't take that dive. A lot of people won't, like, again, they'll give up after a few months. Like, you guys have been doing this for a year, and again, you're innovating and growing tenfold with everything that you guys are doing. And so you guys talked about the merch drop. You talked about how you're improving with your teachings and things. So what are some other things that you can talk about at this point that you feel like that are on the horizon, expanding the reach and the vision for Heatwave?
I'm gonna let you take this one, Ariana.
No,
You
don't
go,
do
girl.
that.
Nope,
Don't
it's all
do
it's all
that.
you.
Don't do
You passed
that.
the buck to Mike too many times.
No. I don't know. We always have ideas. Anytime we hang, we're always friends first, but anytime we hang out, it's always a new idea, something that we can do to make it bigger and better. So there's never a hangout, a night, a dinner, a movie night where we don't talk about a new idea. So we probably think, I would say 20 different ideas in 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
And you're never going to know what we're going to do.
I mean,
it's just going to happen in 30 days.
It's from Jersey City to a lake
house
to Puerto Rico to like.
You guys do retreats too, right?
Yeah, so the retreat's not through Heatwave right now.
Okay.
I have a friend that lives in Jamaica where I'm going to be doing
tuned.
a yoga retreat, but
There'll be an update. We'll post it. There'll be an update.
there might be a lake house. I don't know.
Yeah. So we don't know. We're I think a year in, and we are thrilled, ecstatic with the success and the growth that we've had so far. So I mean, I think right now we just both kind of need to breathe.
Yeah.
And we know that we're going to evolve and
do
grow.
more.
We know we're going to do more with this. I feel like we're on the precipice of like a really great thing together.
Mm-hmm.
But the direction that we go, we don't want to make
rush.
It like, and we don't. I think we both agree that like it doesn't need to be just like the cookie cutter too, right? Like we don't need to do what everybody else did.
Yeah.
We need to do what we feel like is going to be the most advantageous for us, for our brand, for our sanity in our life, and like get us to a place where we know we can get to, but through our own path, you know?
Yeah. Being present and also finding the balance within all of it, which I think is great. I think it's awesome. Well, those are all my Heatwave questions for you. I did tell Ariana this ahead of time. Mike, if you didn't know this, sorry you're getting thrown into it. But one of the things that we do at the end of every episode of Jersey's Finest is we ask 3 pretty simple questions. Again, a lot of the people we've interviewed on here are more of the art side. They're either filmmakers or they're actors or whatever. But so much of this is still, you talked about the creativity, and you guys, I'm sure, are inspired by a lot of different things that you watch, that you read, and that you listen to. I know music is a very big part of both of your guys' lives. So starting with this, at the current time in your lives, what are things that you're watching or something you've watched recently that has inspired you or anything like that? Film, television, anything.
Gosh, I know what you're going to say.
I know.
What do you got? Oh boy, I'm nervous.
The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Oh, we're covering it on the channel.
Dude, listen, the playlist though, the music they choose, fire. But I'm
a lot of Taylor Swift.
I'm a music gal. Yeah. I'm a music gal. I love music. I need to find the beat, the rhythm.
So if it's inspiring you in terms of the music of the show, usually
Shazam 24/7.
Yeah.
I'm on the screen
it's
like
a great app.
Boop.
And then you'll hear it in the
class.
studio.
Of course, of course. Okay.
The next day.
Summer I Turned Pretty. Mike, what about you?
Okay, so right now I'm watching this show, and it's actually older apparently, but I just found it on Netflix.
Okay.
And it's called Animal Kingdom.
Oh yes.
Oh
my brother loves that show.
It's so good with the brothers, and they're all cute.
Yeah.
One's a homosexual.
Is
Which
it-
we love that.
It's American based because there's a I don't know if you knew this. There's a movie that the show is based on
Oh,
that was
Oh.
Australian.
no.
So
yeah,
I'm
this
not- this is American?
This is American based.
Okay.
They're in
Love
California.
an Australian
Gotcha,
accent.
okay.
Great show.
Now you got to watch the movie after you're done with the show.
I mean, I will.
There you go. Absolutely. All right. So great to hear that. I'm sure this is going to be a longer answer, but again, as long as you want to go, what are you guys listening to? I'm sure everything under the sun, but what are some artists, some things that are like constantly on loop on your
Oh my
playlist
God,
right
LMFAO.
No, I'm dead.
I'm listening to Kim Petras, always Rihanna. Oh, it's always a remix too, like Lady Gaga remix. I found.
I love the new Gaga album.
Yeah.
man.
Yeah.
Hip hop always.
I mean, consistently and always Nicki Minaj.
Forever.
Great.
Nicki Minaj,
Even though
Nicki the
she's, like,
greatest.
starting some stuff right now.
That's all right. Let it be.
Yeah, let her be. I actually just recently like came back around to a band. Speaking of Australia, The Naked and the Famous, and I keep trying to make her listen to them.
No.
now? Not your
It's just
vibe.
not her vibe.
No.
What kind of is it? Alternative kind of music?
It's kind of like, alternative, like jam kind of stuff. It's good.
Okay.
I like it. But like at any given day, I could be listening to like Adele
Or Whitney.
or Whitney or like Mariah or Nikki
Yeah.
or
Nikki.
You guys have a favorite artist
Nicki.
probably Nikki.
for both of you guys?
I mean, I feel like
Oh, Beyonce.
Beyonce. Yeah.
Beyonce.
Beyonce's our favorite
you guys went to
artist.
see Beyonce
We
together.
We did for his
Yeah.
birthday.
Nice.
Twice. Both the last two concerts.
Was
Yeah.
that MetLife?
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Mhm.
It's awesome.
It was
I haven't had a
amazing.
chance to see. My mom has seen her and loves her,
Ah,
She's
but
phenomenal.
I haven't seen her. I would
my
like
heart. You should.
to. She's great. She is great. Lastly, what are you reading?
We're reading the same book.
Yeah, we are.
What are you guys reading?
What is it called?
Oh, it's some like
Crown of
some
Roses? I don't know what it's called.
thorns.
It's not that
Roses and
great.
thorns.
Oh, it's like that big fiction book, right?
yeah,
That
it's like a fiction, and it's kind of like a,
It's all right.
I don't know, it's like a sci-fi porn. With claws and sex.
It's amazing.
There's no
That's it.
sex.
See, now you guys are saying it's not great. That's a hell of an endorsement.
No, it's not.
I might have to.
I'm
I might
on
have to
page
check out.
147.
What
no,
do you guys have?
no touching.
So go. I mean, I asked for the music, but do you guys have a favorite book and or favorite movie or TV show?
Favorite book. Favorite book and or movie or TV
Yeah,
show?
like favorite show
Of
ever,
all
favorite
time?
movie, yeah, or just one of your favorites that you return to a lot.
I don't know. I'll just tell you that the best book that I've read in the last like 3 years is The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
Oh, I've heard very good things
Oh,
about it.
loved it.
You
I
didn't like it?
literally
I liked it.
Oh, okay.
mowed through it. I was so into it. That like whole lesbian love triangle and the gays and the things and the old Hollywood and like then they were like old. Oh, so cool. It was such a fun
I've
book.
heard really good things.
Oh,
about
my
it.
favorite book is a series. It's the Finley Donovan series.
You love
Okay.
that.
Oh my gosh, I loved that book. It's like I could watch it as a show. There's people are killing people on accident, an ex-husband that's in love with the wife, the babysitter killed this guy. It's just a hot mess express type of book. So it's very entertaining. Also, Three Women. That book I liked
That
a
was
lot.
good. When we're together, we always watch scary movies.
Yeah.
It's a horror movie. So what are some horror movies you guys have watched recently?
We
that you
just
like?
saw that one. What was
Well, one that said the hand. Talk to me.
Talk to me.
Talk to me.
with the
Talk to
hand.
Me was a good one.
Awesome.
The guy that lived in the wall.
Yeah.
What was that one?
I don't remember.
I was
I
gonna
don't
say,
remember.
I haven't
what it's
heard
called.
of the guy who
Wait,
lives in the wall.
We just look for like a Netflix something
Okay.
horror movie, and they usually turn out.
We
pretty
tried watching
good.
rom-com. Didn't work.
We just watched one like last week, and it was really good.
A romantic comedy?
No, the horror movie.
Oh, yeah. I don't remember what it was.
Yeah, me neither.
It was a
Okay.
gaming system where they kill the
Yeah.
player's family.
Yes.
Okay.
And they like went into the gaming system and
I don't
They
know,
controlled the
probably.
actions of the
Random.
family.
random thing that was like on like a MS DOS.
So we're not great when it
screen.
comes to titles of
That's okay.
things, but
We'll figure it out.
It
I'll
works-
give you recommendations.
it works for us.
That's awesome. No, but I think it's good. You guys have a great relationship. Obviously, you spend a lot of time together within the business, within your personal lives, and it's inspiring to hear your guys' story and what you guys are doing with Heatwave. So thank you guys
Thank
for being
you.
on the
Thank
podcast.
you.
It's so nice to see you again, Mike. It's so
Yeah,
nice to
you
see
too.
you as always, Ariana. So guys, let us know in the comments. Please look into Heatwave Hot Yoga. All their stuff, all their social media stuff is going to be in the YouTube description. We'll post it everywhere. This interview is going to be long lasting. Again, they're celebrating their 1 year anniversary. If you're in the New Jersey area or you're close to Belmar, or even if you're an hour and a half away, come to Heatwave Hot Yoga. Check out what they have going on because it's amazing and it's inspiring. So just signing off, I'm Darian Scalamoni.
Ariana.
Mike McCabe.
And we'll see you guys next time. Thank you.
Thank
Bye,
you.
Pookies.
See ya.
This is The Culture.